Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We're going to continue with this tapestry crochet business. I am now at S and T. From here on, it's actually going to go quite quickly because the actually I'm going to use this as my base color. No, I got more of this. I'm going to use this as my base color. I don't know what color this is. You can use whatever colors you want. And I'm going to use this dark gray for my letter color. So I'm going to call this A. I'm going to call this B. That's my letter color. So I need you to get your colors, and then I'm going to use a 6.5 millimeter, which will be up here, the letter, whatever the letter is. I think it's K, not sure. We are going to start with S, and we're going to start by making a slip knot, and you're going to do 12 chains. So that's 12. We have 11 working chains, so whatever we do row to row should add up to 11. You're just going to do 11 single crochets back up to the top, and then we'll begin. So this is just our base, our border type. This is number 11. I'm going to chain one and I'm going to turn. So before we add the gray, we need to do 3 single crochets. So pull this back and make sure you're getting into this first stitch. Oh, my battery's going to die. Let me change it. There, that way we won't be interrupted by a dead battery all of a sudden. Alright, so you gotta pull this back and you gotta get into the first stitch. We're gonna do 3 single crochets and then we're gonna add our gray or our color B. So we're gonna do 3 single crochets with our color A. On the third one, we're gonna pull up a loop, but we're not gonna finish the stitch with this color. We're gonna finish it with our new color. So you can make a slip knot and put this over. I'm just gonna put mine over. I'm going to finish that stitch with my color B because the next stitch is going to be with color B. So pull down on your color A, pull everything down nice and tight. You're going to have to weave everything in. So with your color B, I want you to do 5 single crochets. This gets easier, it's not going to be so awkward. And, you know, considering we're on S, you probably already know that. I'm assuming you've done other letters with me. So that's my 5th stitch. I'm not going to finish it with the gray, I'm going to finish it with my color A. Pull down on everything. So with my color A, I'm going to do 3 single crochets. So that'll take me right to the end. Just make sure you're weaving in everything. It should be fairly tight. I mean, as tight as it can be for such a big hook. But if we don't use a good size hook, then you don't have to use a 6.5. If you have thinner yarn, like mine are both 4 weights. But if you find that yours is on the lighter weight of the 4 weight, you can use a smaller hook. You don't have to use this. Mine are about medium. I don't think any gray might be a little thicker than that, but still both just 4 weight. There's no worsted in there. So you're going to chain one and you're going to turn. You don't have to turn with this tail. I think we've weaved it in far enough, so you can just snip that stupid tail off. Turn with your gray though, or your color B. So round 3 is going to be 2 single crochets with your color A. So on your second stitch, you're only going to do half of it. So pull up a loop and finish that second stitch with your color B. Pull down on your color A. With your color B, I want you to do 7 single crochets. This is my 7th stitch. I'm going to finish it with my color A. I'm going to pull down on my color B, and then I'm going to do 2 single crochets. I should have 2 stitches left. I'm going to do those last 2 with my color A. Oops. Okay, so you don't want to pull up your color B. Chain 1, turn your work. Round 4 and 5, so the next 2 rows are going to be exactly the same. You're going to do 1 single crochet. So you're going to finish that with your color B, pulling down on everything. You're going to do 9 single crochets with your color B, so all the way across. Everything should add up to 11. This is my 9th stitch. I'm going to finish it with my color A, and I'm going to do this last single crochet, making sure I weave in my color B. Chain 1, turn your work, and do it again. Looks weird. Doesn't quite look like the letter S yet. Round 6, 1 single crochet with color A, which means you only do half a stitch, and you're going to finish it with your color B. Color B, you're going to do 2 single crochets. So on your second single crochet, you're going to finish it with your color A. Then you're going to do 4 single crochets with your color A. That's my 4th one, so I'm going to finish it with my color B. With the color B, you're going to do 3 single crochets. On my 3rd one, I'm going to finish it with my color A, pull down on everything, and undo my 1 single crochet, weaving in my color B with my color A. Chain 1, unspin yourself. So you're going to get tangled, you're gonna get spun around. You just gotta turn it a couple of times to get unspun. Easy peasy. Chain 1, turn your work. Or you could use bobbins, which I've never showed you guys. Hold on. Keep saying I was going to show you guys these bobbins, and I never ever did. That's not a bobbin. Get that out of the way. So, I'll throw that back up there. I use, these are bobbins that some people will use for Tapestry Crochet. And I just use a clothespin to do it. That's all I do. So you can buy bobbins, but these were free. I just went outside and got them out of my thing. So, and then you wrap your yarn around there, and then as you work, it pulls out. So you don't tend to get as tangled, but you know what? You still get tangled. So, for some bigger projects, if I'm changing a lot of colors, like 5 colors, I've only done up to 5 colors, I will use the bobbins. But if I, that was my phone, sorry, I forgot turned off. But if I'm just doing the 2 colors, I don't waste my time with the bobbins, because I can just do the quick spin around and I'm good to go. So what are we on? Round 7. What did I just do? Yeah, round 7. We're going to do 1 single crochet. All my devices are going to start going off. So 1 single crochet. I'm going to finish that with my color B. So with my color B, I'm going to do 6 single crochets. That's my 6th one. I'm going to finish it with my color A. And then I'm going to do 4 single crochets with my color A. All the way to the end. And number 4. You can chain 1. Turn your work. Round 8 is going to be 3 single crochets with your color A. So on your 3rd one, you're going to finish it with your color B. You're going to do 7 single crochets with B. That's my 7th one, so I'm going to finish it with my color A, so I can do my last stitch with my color A. Chain 1, turn your work. Round 9 is going to be 2 single crochets with your color A. So on the 2nd stitch, you're going to finish it with your color B. Pull down on everything. With your color B, you're going to do 7 single crochets. That's my 7. So I'm going to finish that with my color A. Pulling down on everything. And then I'm going to do 2 single crochets with my color A. chain 1, turn your work. Round 10 is going to be 1 single crochet, so I got to finish that. With my color B. Color B is going to be 3 single crochets. So on my third one, I'm going to finish it with my color A. And color A is going to be 7 single crochets. And 7. Chain 1, turn your work. So you can see our S starting to form. Round 11, this goes to round 16, so 1 single crochet, so half a single crochet, and then finish it with B. Your next B is going to be 3 single crochets. So you're going to finish that with A. Pull down on everything. With A, you're going to do 3 single crochets. So on your third one, you finish it with B. With B, you're going to do 3 single crochets. So you're going to finish that third stitch with your color A. And then with A, you're going to do this 1 single crochet that's left. Chain 1, turn your work. So take the time and unspin yourself. We just did a couple of rounds, so it just takes 2 seconds to unspin yourself. So we are going on to round 12, which is easy peasy. We're going to do 1 single crochet with our A. So we're going to change to our B. We're going to do 9 single crochets with our B, so all the way across, leaving that 1 stitch for your color A. That's my 9. I'm going to finish it with my color A, pull down, and then my 1 single crochet with my color A, chain 1, turn your work. Round 13 is going to be 1 single crochet, so you need to finish that with your color B. You're going to do 8 single crochets with your B. That's my 8. So I'm going to finish it with my color A. And then I'm going to do 2 single crochets with my color A. chain 1, turn your work. Round 14. So we only got a few more to do. Round 14, you're going to do 3 single crochets with your color A. That's 3. I can get in there. So I'm going to finish that with my color B. Then I'm going to do 6 single crochets with my color B. This is my 6th one, so I'm going to finish it with my color A. And then I'm going to do my 2 single crochets with my color A. Chain 1, turn your work. Round 15. 3 single crochets with your A. Get in there. So I'm going to finish this with my color B. And then with B, I'm going to do 4 single crochets. Lose my voice. That's 4 single crochets, so I'm going to finish that 4th one with my color A. Pull down on everything and do 4 single crochets with your color A. Sorry, my camera shuts off every 10 minutes. That's my last one. Chain 1, turn your work. So this last row is just strictly your base color, so your color A. I'm going to take my gray with me anyway, just so I don't have to weave him in after. I can just cut it off. So you're just going to do 11 single crochets with your base color. Alright, there we go, all done. You can fasten off. You just need enough, unless you're going around. So if you don't like this artifact that leaves on the side, you can do a row of single crochet all the way around. It might make this curl a little bit. You just need to cut off enough to weave, unless you're building onto this. Because I'm not showing you how to do a bunting. I'm showing you how to do just the tapestry. So you may be building onto this, so you can skip this part. But I weave that gray in, so I get to just cut it off. But if you didn't do that, you're gonna have to weave it in. And then we weave these two ends in ever so politely, because we don't really have a bad side. We did the tapestry for both sides. That way, if you have a sign like a happy birthday sign, but you're having an outdoor venue, you know, thanks to COVID restrictions, then if the letters happen to turn around, they might be backwards, but at least people aren't going to see all the yarn and crap. So, As much of a ordeal some of you might think this is, it's well worth it in the end to do your tapestry crochet with no floaters. But you're gonna have to block this anyway, because you just will. So if you want to do your single crochet around the outside to hide all this, then either way it's getting blocked. Oh, sticker up part. So next will be T. All right, letter T. Chain 12, do your 11 single crochets. Chain 1, turn your work. So this is going to be repeat rows. Because it is the letter T. So this next row that I'm going to show you, you're going to repeat this for 11 rows altogether. So you're first going to start off with 4 single crochets. That's 4. So I'm going to finish my 4th one with my color B. Pull down on everything. With my color B, I'm going to do 3 single crochets. So on my 3rd stitch, I'm going to finish it with my color A, and then I'm going to do 4 single crochets with my color A, and this is going to be your stalk for your letter T. That's 4th one, making sure to weave in both your gray pieces. So you can cut this tail off. Cut the little guy off. But not the big guy. So the big guy you get to turn. So for 11 rows, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do 4 single crochets, 3 B's, 4 single crochets. So that's what you should have. So now we're going to do the top part of the T. So these next 3 rows are going to be the same. So chain 1, turn your work. You're going to do 1 single crochet with your color A. Sorry. Finish that 1 single crochet with your color B. With your color B, you're going to do 9 single crochets, so all the way across to the other side. That's my 9. So I'm going to finish it with my color A. And then I'm going to do my 1 single crochet. So these next 3 rows are going to be exactly the same. So you got 2 more. I'll put my screen up and I'll see you on the other side. Chain 1, turn your work. So we're on round 16, which is our last round. So just with your base color, your color A, I'm going to weave in my color B, just like always. So I can just snip it off at the end. You're going to do 11 single crochets with your color A. And this one is done. Easy peasy, a lot of repeats. So you can chain 1 and fasten off. You just need a weaving tail, unless you're going to finish it, or unless you want to do 1 single crochet all the way around to get rid of this artifact. This gray can get snipped off because I weaved him in. So like I've said in other videos, if you are making this into a bunting, so a sign that's going to hang, you know, happy birthday, a welcome, congratulations, or whatever, you're going to want to continue so that you can fold it over a piece of thread and have it hanging there. You're going to want to continue a few rows. So I would start with a few rows down here. That's my suggestion, just so it's even. Steven, and then you'd be able to sew it around a piece of thread or yarn to hang it. But I'm just here to teach you how to do the tapestry crochet. The tapestry crochet that I had actually done for my grandkids' names to hang on their bedroom wall is this is a triangle down here, and then I added a few rows that I can just fold over and sew it around a piece of yarn. This down here I made into a triangle. So I'm pretty sure I did a video on my channel. I don't remember if I did a video or not. I think I might have. There we go. So we've got our S and our T's. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you in the next video.